Exactly how does a small slug alien control much bigger humans and aliens? That's a question one of you had for me, Liz, a 40-something-year-old librarian reading the Animorphs series for the first time. This is Animorphin Time, and today I'm recapping Book 13, The Change. So the Yeerks, said small slug aliens, first began their campaign to take over the universe by persuading trusting alien species to voluntarily hand themselves over to Yeerk control. As a reminder, the Yeerks are a parasitic species who live in one's brain to make a living marionette out of you. The Hork-Bajir, these fierce dino-looking aliens, were a peaceful species, I go back and forth between the two, who agreed to work with the Yeerks and ended up being completely conquered by them, and now they are forced to act as the Yeerks' primary brute strength. As far as the humans go, well, enough of them willingly gave themselves over to the Yeerks, either because of promises of money and power, or maybe blackmail, and blah blah blah. We are such suckers. And that's how the little slugs got big control over the universe. In Book 13, we're back in Tobias's narrative, our boy who is permanently a hawk due to staying in his hawk morph past the 2 hour limit. He stumbles upon a pair of Hork-Bajir who have escaped the Yeerks, and the Animorphs help the two find a valley in the mountains where they can easily hide. The Hork-Bajir look like killer machines with multiple blade-like weapons on their bodies, but they have those blades to strip tree bark for their diets. They were never meant to be merciless killing machines. They are just nice herbivore dinos. Anyway, this hubby and wife dino pair do manage to escape, and I expect we'll learn more about them later. The other big plot point in this book is that the nosy, time warping Ellimist pops up again. Tobias strikes up a deal with him, hoping to regain his humanness. While the Ellimist doesn't give Tobias his human body back exactly, because he is a tricky bitch, he does grant Tobias the power to morph again, then whisks the kid back in time to meet himself before he turned into a bird, so Tobias can now morph into himself. Theoretically, he could choose to stay his human self by hanging out in that morph for more than 2 hours, but then he'd lose his ability to morph at all. So, at least for a couple of hours, he can become his cutie patootie self. In my headcanon, he is played by Jonathan Brandis, RIP to a real one. So, maybe he can kissy kissy Rachel sometime, because you know that's where that's going.
It was set in the 90s.
No 90s references in this book, really, unless you count when Marco calls the Hork-Bajir couple Romeo and Juliet. And while there was an iconic 1990s movie of that play, that reference is really more 1590s. As far as the best morphing moment goes, well, the morphs weren't too gory. Maybe I'm just kind of getting bored with the morphing, but there was a cool part where the Hork-Bajir, to prove he wasn't under control of a Yeerk, literally ripped back part of his skull so the kids could see his brain. Pretty baller move, if you ask me. I'm way, way behind on this series already. I do not think I'm going to finish it in 1 year, but see what I can do. And I will see you next time for more Anamorphin Time.